Hey, what's up everybody? This is Joshua Casper. I'm here with Plugin Boutique, and today we're getting a first look at the Eventide structural effects plugin called Fission. This is a brand new plugin that just came out recently, and it's really great. Essentially what it does is takes any incoming audio and splits it into two separate tracks. One track is the transients of the audio, and the other track is the tonal information inside of the audio. So right now I'm going to show you how to make a drum kit sound a little bit punchier and a little bit cleaner using this plugin. So the tonal content of that will be the bassiness of the kick, for example, while the transients are going to be the kick and the snare and maybe some of the hi-hats. So let's just go ahead and listen to the drum loop without Fission. That's what we're going to be dealing with. Let's come into the presets here, go to factory default, turn on Fission, and see what we're working with now. So right now you can see before it goes away that there's a blue waveform and a green waveform. The waveforms are actually identical, but the highlighted parts are where the transients are highlighted in blue, and where the tonal information is highlighted in green. That means the best place to begin when you're going to be using this plugin is with the structural split section, which is on right now. You can turn it off if you don't. If you just want to use these effects to affect the entire audio signal, you can do that too. But we want to go ahead and turn on the structural split and then deal with how the transients and the tonal information are split. And the first thing you want to do is check the source type. So I'm using a full drum set, so I'm going to go ahead and choose full drum set, though there are many other ones, just a general one: kick, snare, tom, cymbal, electronic beat, hand drum, percussion set, bass, piano, synth, guitar, and vocals. You can either use that drop down or you can use this slider right here. Before we go anywhere else, there's this source lock. And this is really important because I'm using a full drum set. So that algorithm that is splitting up the transients and the tonal information is specifically for the drum set. It's best designed for that. Now, that might not always be the case, but in general, you want to source lock it. And that means I can flip through the presets here, and the source type is always going to be on drum set, which is going to be using the best algorithm for a drum set. We also have a focus here where we can slide the focus between the transients and the tonal information. Let's try that out. And you can see that the highlighted part is actually changing as we do that. So let's go ahead and play that and then deal with the transient decay and smoothing so we can get the best split of these two elements. Okay, great. So what I was trying to do there is get it close to just that kick and that snare and maybe a little bit of those hi-hats and that cowbell, I think it is. And that's the only thing I really want to be affecting with the transient effects up here. So that's why I soloed it and then played with the structural split settings. Now I'm going to come up with the transients still soloed and deal with the effects. So there are delay, tape delay, dynamics, phaser, reverb, gate plus EQ. Those are what I can choose from, and I'm going to use the gate EQ because what my aim here is to get a punchier drum kit out of the Fission unit. So the next thing I'm going to do is adjust the gate threshold, which again is going to limit how much of the transient is let through into the EQ. So using that gate threshold up really high and then coming down and changing that trans decay, I've got pretty much just the elements that I want boosted, kind of focused and soloed. So now I can adjust my EQ. Cool. So as you can see, when I A/B'd it, it's already sounding brighter and punchier, and that's really what I was looking for. But let's not stop there, and let's jump into that tonal information and see if we can't make it sound a little bit better in this drum set. So again, we're going to make sure it's on, and down here we have delay, compression, pitch, chorus, reverb, tremolo, and EQ. What I'm going to go for is the compressor and play around with that to see if we can't get it sounding a little better. And that's it. Very quickly and fairly easily, we've got a brighter, punchier, and frankly, a little cleaner. It sounds a little cleaner. Things sound a little bit more separated, and I like that. That might not always be the objective of what we're doing here, but I think it really came out nice in this particular example. And Fission did it. It works wonders, man. And we are just getting started on what is capable with the plugin because we haven't touched on bass or guitar or vocals or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. But I'm really happy with this plugin and I'm excited to get into it more. Anyway, I hope you learned something. We'll see you next time.